Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing the Miniverse Jurassic World Make It Mini Dinosaurs. This is my first one I'm doing, but I do have several of these, so let's see what's inside this first one. This is what the capsule looks like with all the plastic taken off. It looks pretty cool. It's hinged there. We have our egg. There's a QR code on it. A little stand, some tubing, whatever this is, and then the instructions and checklist. So, that's cool. There's several different ones. T-Rex, Triceratops. Is there 12? Yep, 12 to collect. And then there's some that are in like these longer tubes. Those are pretty neat. And it says scan. I'll have to do that in a second to see what that's all about. But here are the instructions. Looks like there's something that unlocks the egg. You add powder to it, liquid up to the line, close it up, shake it, and then take the stuff off and reveal what you have. So that seems really easy. I thought we were more so building something. So pretty cool. I will be back once I clean up and look at the instructions in further detail. The black and white little paper thing does tell you how to make it. You place the egg upside down in the incubator. You use the key to open it, don't crack it. Add 1 to 3 leveled spoonfuls of the powder to the egg. Then you add liquid, do not overfill. Use the key to tightly close it. You shake it a bunch. Then you're going to crack the eggshell on a hard surface, and then it looks like you let it sit there for up to 5 minutes to reveal your dinosaur. So pretty interesting. I also scanned the QR code, and it brought me to a page like this where it says to enter your species from your product. So dry liquid, I'm not quite sure, and I guess maybe it tells you which one. So we'll look at that again. Actually, is this the same QR code? Let me scan this one. Yes, this code and the code on the wrapper brings you to the same page. And then this is a stand where you can display like the egg in there, and then you have this coming out like that for a whole little display thing if you wanted to do that. But let's take a look here so we can remove this, the nest. Yeah, there is a little key-like thing there. Does this pop open? Twist, okay. That's the liquid. It kind of looks like it might be purple. And then I guess the powder's in here. Okay, so this is our key. And then we have some blue mica. Oh, it does have a species number on it. Okay. Is there a species number on here and I just didn't see it? Sure is. 1220 and then 5102. Let me enter that and see. Is it going to ruin it for me first? Maybe it does. Yeah, it definitely ruins it for you, but there's some additional information on there that's pretty cool. So I will show that at the end. Let's open this. That was very easy to do. Can I set it in there to hold it? Do I have this the wrong way? Probably. I wanted to set it in there nicely, but whatever. We'll just set it here. That's fine. So I think it said to do powder first. So open this. 1 to 3 leveled spoonfuls. So we'll do that. Okay, these are very tiny spoonfuls, so let's do 1. Half of that got all around the edge of it. Sorry if you can hear like hammering in the background. My neighbor just decided to go outside and randomly start hammering. Don't know what that's about. We're gonna do 3 though. And put the lid back on there. And this can be reused for all sorts of little resin projects. So we'll keep that. And then we're going to use the pipette to put this liquid in there as well. It says do not overfill, but it's kind of hard to see into there really. Okay, let's see what color this is. Yeah, it's a purple-ish color. Looks like it can hold some more. Oop, that looks like it's to the very top. It's probably, I don't know if there's too much in there, but let's just put this back on. Can lock it. Let me wipe that. Is it wet? No, it's not wet. I think it's fine. So now it says to shake the egg. And again, maybe filled it too tightly. There may not be enough like bubble in there to be mixing stuff, but we'll see. But it says to shake it for, it doesn't say. But it does say it could take 5 minutes for it to settle. So I will come back when I think I've shook it enough. Here comes the fun part. Oh, there's an actual crack line there. Look at that. So it's already there, but then it kind of peels away. That's cool. And that was pretty easy and fun. So it's blue. You can kind of see something in there. Let me shake it a little bit. But it hasn't fully, it looks pretty creepy, honestly. Hasn't fully settled / dissolved, but I guess you keep it in there like that. I was under the impression that it's in here, you mix it, and then like you could take the dinosaur out, but I guess that doesn't make sense for Jurassic Park. That's gonna stay in there, and then you put it in here to display it in like a incubator type thing. So I will set it here and let it settle. And I'll be back to show you what the QR code is and a close-up view of what it looks like. So this has been setting for way longer than 5 minutes. There's kind of like this blue pouch here. So what I did is I opened it back up and just took the tiniest little drop out. That way there's this air bubble. And then I re-shook it thinking that that would kind of burst this. And it hasn't. So I kind of want to put a toothpick in there and poke at it. So we're going to do that. So there are like these oil bubbles, and those are supposed to be there because they do show them on the checklist. So I think that pouch just needs to like break open so it could have that oily stuff. So I'm able to move it around. So maybe it's not a pouch like I thought. It's just very unmixable. That's kind of satisfying though. Doesn't look like it's breaking open though. But you can see the dinosaur. I don't know how well that shows on camera because of the glare from the plastic, but I'll put the lid back on so that you can see it better. And then I'll show you with that QR scanner. So this is very easy and quick to do. There's no resin involved or any of that potentially messy stuff. I don't know what this liquid that we added to is made out of. It kind of just feels like water. And then this is like an oil substance. It doesn't have an odor that I've noticed or anything funky like that. But of course it does say to wash your hands if you come in contact with it. Let's see if we can get you a better view. Of course, I probably just made it more cloudy. And I did add the 3, which is the max scoops, so I probably won't do that again. Probably just add 2. But you could see it a lot better before I mixed it up again. And obviously when the water bubble goes over it, you could drain some of the water if you wanted, or like half of it. But the examples on the checklist, it does show like a little air bubble like that at the top. So I do think that part's important. But you see that like pouch looking thing? that I tried stabbing and it didn't work. But this is the Velociraptor. I know that because I scanned it. I'll show you that. Here it is on the checklist. And you can see these show like air bubbles at the top. So I guess it should all completely settle, but like I said, I had it set here probably for 15-20 minutes and it never did. But maybe it will over time. Maybe it just takes longer because of that pouch looking thing that never broke open. But when you enter the information online, this is what came up. It's pretty cool. And then it tells you about them, some battle facts, aggression, intelligence, weight, diet, and then it has like a little image of it spinning around. Very cute and interactive and very simple. So if you're a Jurassic Park fan or just a fan of dinosaurs in general, I think this was a really cool build. I do have at least 4 more of these, hopefully no duplicates, but yeah, that's what I have for you today. I will be doing more of these. If you're interested, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.